Right, so oh, this is our presentation on refuge recovery and mindfulness, a Buddhist approach to addiction recovery. So what is refuge recovery? It was founded by Noah Levine in 2008 based on Buddhist teachings. It's based on the idea that suffering comes from cravings in our lives. And these cravings can range from anything from alcohol to drugs to gambling to sex to codependency, really anything in your life that you are craving and it's getting away in the way of your happiness. Something else about refuge recovery is that it's non-theistic, so it's not based upon any one God figure. So it follows these two ways of thinking, the Eightfold Path and the Four Truths. So the Eightfold Path is kind of a list of things for practitioners to follow, which is understanding, intention, speech and community, actions, livelihood and service, effort, mindfulness, and concentration. And while practitioners are following this path, they're encouraged to think about these four truths. So the first truth is addiction comes from suffering. Second truth is the cause of addiction is repetitive craving. The third truth, recovery is possible. And the fourth truth, the path to recovery is available.
So the way that the refuge recovery is practiced is that you attend local meetings, and online meetings are available until a local meeting can be established. They also ask that you agree to abstain from all recreational mind-altering substances unless you're on doctor-prescribed medication. That's not part of the abstinence. And that you also practice a daily meditation. There are guided and scripted meditations available on the organization's website. And that they also suggest that you try to find a mentor that can help you guide through the process. There is also a silent retreat that they ask you to attend once a year, where it is practiced in what's called noble silence, which is the complete separation of yourself from any kind of communication with another person, whether that be eye contact, social niceties, opening doors for people, reading, or journaling. You are to completely disengage with anybody else around you for the sake of becoming more integrated with yourself. And when you attend the meetings, they are similar to AA meetings in that there's somebody who is in charge of facilitating the meeting, and they're called a secretary. People around in the group volunteer to read the preamble and the guiding principles. There is a 20-minute meditation led by a group member, which is very different from AA. And then the person who's in charge will read from the Refuge Recovery book or some other kind of literature. That's the basis of the meeting. And then everybody is invited to share about 3 to 5 minutes about something that with their experience related to the topic. They are reminded about the importance of the anonymity with each other, and the volunteer reads the Dana statement, or Donna, it's probably Donna, which is about financial gifting to the people who run the organization, but not in a way of supporting, just as a form of giving back. And then they say any announcements, and the secretary closes the meeting.
So these groups can exist kind of on their own, similar to AA, or they can be incorporated into inpatient and outpatient treatment programs. And these programs typically include a more comprehensive approach to addiction treatment, including physical and nutritional support, but also psychotherapy. So that psychotherapy, it can be in the form of DBT, EMDR, CBT, and basically whatever fits the client's needs. One thing I appreciate about refuge recovery is that there tends to be in these programs a heavy focus on dual diagnosis, which can help people in the process as they're attending these meetings. So the Buddha has been referred to as a radical psychologist and a spiritual revolutionary, which is interesting and seems like an important element of how this treatment, how this recovery method evolved. But basically, it involves mindfulness, awareness that allows individuals to hold difficult emotions without judging them, which and when they don't have this judgment, then the idea is that they will not need to use or turn to their addiction to help with that issue. It does away with the need to engage in those addictive behaviors to break the addiction loop. Which you can kind of see here. This is just a depiction of kind of a therapeutic model of addiction. And again, as I said before, refuge recovery and mindfulness-based treatment practices in conjunction with therapy can allow people to approach things from a non-judgmental and mindful state of awareness that breaks the negative reinforcement patterns which feed their addiction cues. And that concludes our presentation. Thank you.